All right, YouTube, once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. Auburn headed down to Death Valley, a place that they have not won since 1999. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger. Subscribe to the channel, War Eagle. All right, so LSU comes into this game with a few challenges of their own. Glenn Logan, the defensive end, is out with a foot injury. Quarterback Miles Brennan, who was thought to be the leader at the quarterback position this year, goes down with an arm injury, and it's undisclosed as to how much time he's going to miss, presumably going to miss the Auburn game. Also, which really hurts LSU's backfield, is Davis Price is questionable for this game, and an even more lethal blow to LSU is John Emery Jr., former five-star running back out of Louisiana, will be out for academic reasons. Okay, so LSU is 1-0 after a win over Mississippi State. Defense kind of looked haphazard at times. They looked a little bit out of place. We'll get into that a little bit more. Later, the defense led by linebacker Damone Clark. And also a guy you got to look out for when it comes to LSU is the defensive end, Alan Gay. Now, we do not know for sure as well whether Derek Stingley, who was a front runner for SEC Freshman of the Year in 2019, an obvious All-American, not too sure if he's going to take on Auburn this week. He was actually out due to injury last week. A lot of question marks as far as this game goes. Ed Orgeron trying to keep this team together after taking over. Ironically, after Les Miles lost his last game to Auburn in the final seconds in Jordan-Hare Stadium back in 2016. Maybe it was 2015. I should have did my research on that. But either way, it was the middle part of the 2010s where Ed Orgeron took over this program. 2019, an epic run to the national championship game where subsequently they won that one. Also had 5 first-round picks that particular year, including Heisman winner Joe Burrow. It seems like LSU has not been able to reach that bit of success since then, and it's really not due to lack of recruiting. I mean, LSU is recruited on a really high level. Obviously, one of the more highly stocked football teams in the country. Whenever you take on LSU, as we do this preview and prediction, although I think, LSU is kind of not the same LSU that we're accustomed to, but make no mistake about it, there's a lot of talent on this football team. And what that means is this talent is almost like unleashing a beast. This talent can unleash at any time and actually win some football games with the right, once they get the right kind of combination together as far as, not necessarily coaching, but figuring out a way to put these guys in the best position to be successful. That's when you will start to see LSU move into the right direction. Otherwise, the fan base is really going to be calling for Ed Orgeron's head if he doesn't win soon. And that's the issue with winning national championships and winning on a high level early in your career. The expectations to continue that, especially with the success of Nick Saban in Alabama, the expectation to continue that, the pressure is definitely there. Auburn comes into this particular football game with 1 loss to Penn State, sandwiched in with wins over Akron, Alabama State, and Georgia State. Auburn has yet to beat a Power 5 team this year. This will be their second opportunity facing LSU. Some of the challenges Auburn has had is with the offensive line. They're still continuing to have trouble on the edges, and this LSU team presents a huge challenge athletically for Auburn's offensive line. Now, I do expect something that I saw from Mike Bobo, offensive coordinator. I expect them to incorporate a little bit more assistance from the tight end with not only blocking, but also utilizing them to confuse the LSU defense. The LSU defense doesn't seem to communicate well, especially in, exotic type situations. So I expect Mike Bobo to continue to do that. Also, I think Auburn could have some success in the running game with Tank Bigsby and Jarquez Hunter. Also, Cornelius Williams, former wide receiver coach for Auburn, fired this week. And there's a lot of speculation around that. A lot of folks are looking at it like, man, you got to be kidding. There's no way that there wasn't more to the story than just lack of performance. Now, I'm kind of on the fence with that. I'm kind of on that train as well. But Brian Harsin saw something. Had to have seen something in practice. He probably saw some things in practice. The way he prepared the wide receivers, the way he directed them to study film and things of that nature. There was something that he saw that he felt that he couldn't move forward with this. It's prediction time. I think Auburn goes down to LSU, wins for the first time in 20 years. Final prediction, Auburn 28, LSU 21. I appreciate you all looking at this video. Hope you guys enjoy the game Saturday night. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.